everybody. Well, as Mickie James says, hello, hello, hello. Is it, or hey, hey, hey? Now I'm confused.
She's got her own.
Welcome to GAW TV. That's a hashtag right there, you guys. That's a hashtag. Don't forget to follow us on social media. And down there below, likey.
Woo woo.
And don't forget to subscribe. Most important, subscribe. Very important. Thank you all for following us, subscribing. And guess what our favorite part is? Like that bell icon.
Really rang it hard today.
Yes.
We did. You taught it
Hey,
well.
you can ring my bell anytime, Lisa.
You can ring my bell. Ring my bell.
You can. You know what you guys can also do? You can also support us if you love the show. Support us on patreon.com/GawTV. It's a whole brand new spanking month. It's not spanking month on Patreon. That's not the kind of things that we do there. So I'm going to rephrase that. It's a brand spanking new month. Patreon.com/GawTV, and all the perks coming up are going to be really exciting. We do things like merchandise giveaways, live chats. We do exclusive videos and photos there. So if you love the show, please support us on Patreon. We would greatly appreciate it.
We would appreciate it. I mean, not only do you get like all kind of exclusives, like you were saying, and the full unedited episode of the awesomeness that we are in the full kind of context video version, which you can also download for your podcast version, the GAWcast, you know. But what I'm really looking forward to, ladies, we've had so many announcements coming up about it, and we're doing so much there, but I can freaking not wait to see you all in Dallas.
I know.
We are going to do it so big.
Oh,
I was saying we just booked our Airbnb, so it's amazing. And I well, first off, I can't wait to see you all and hang out with you. And now we have the GAW house, if you will.
Oh yeah.
That is going to be intense. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And now that we're doing WrestleMania from WrestleCon as well, there's just so many amazing things. And so it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So if you guys are going to be at WrestleCon, check the link, check the description below, because the links are down there and you can pre-order your photo ops with us. Yes. You can probably get the information on WrestleMania, because we're going to be lots more of that stuff coming out. It was so successful last year, so I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't believe how well it did. And I think every year is going to get bigger and bigger. And the fact that we're going to be in person and collecting dresses and doing some amazing things for Tag Me In, a very special charity in honor of Daphne and in honor of the Tag Me In campaign from Christy Hemme and Gail and all our friends, all to do with mental health and mental health awareness. So it's going to be all for a great cause. And it's an excuse to get dressed up, which we all love.
Exactly. And to see our girls. I'm excited for the Airbnb, because we're going to have exclusive content. Very naughty. I'm just kidding. But I just can't wait to I can't wait to hug you guys like in person, and just so proud of you, Mickie, from freaking the show, the pay-per-view. My God, goosebumps, dude. Goosebumps.
Dude, amazing.
Thank you. Did you guys like the hardcore country kick?
Yeah.
You guys killed it on the alternative commentary, by the way. With Miss
thank
Tracy
you so
Brooks.
much.
That was so fun and so different.
Thank you.
And of course, it meant the world to me that you all were lifting us up and supporting me. And the girls, Chapel Heart, got to sing.
Chapel Heart.
They killed it. The national anthem. What's funny is we had to be on camera right after that, and I was like, great. I cry every time I hear it, but hearing them do it, it was beautiful, melodic, gorgeousness. Beautiful. And and shout out to Tracy Brooks. She joined Release Marie and myself on commentary. You can still catch it on Fight TV if you've missed it. It's on replay, so check it out. No surrender.
Yeah, so fun. So fun. We're so proud of you.
We'll never surrender.
Never. They should change it to never surrender.
Never surrender. That's a good idea. Yeah, I'll call Scott.
Okay.
See if that works out.
Get it done. Get it done. Mickie.
I'll give you the credit though, because you came up.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Good old
I never take credit for stuff that's not mine. I would never do that.
No. Executive VP of Impact Wrestling, Scott Moore. Very fancy.
I know.
Yeah. I know.
That's a great title.
Yeah.
He's the head. He's the HDIC, the head dude in charge.
Is that what the D stands for?
I guess. I
just got it too.
This show's kicking off to a weird start, but before we start the show with our amazing special guest, we want to.
I was having a dog.
What's that?
I thought
you were talking about dog. A dog.
A dog.
Head
just wanna remind you
dog
guys.
in charge.
Head dog, DAWG,
Dog.
head dog in charge. It can be whatever you want it to be.
Yes.
Really.
It's really up to you. That's
It's
our
your
thing.
D. I'm not going to tell you what to do with it.
You do whatever with your D that you feel that you deem appropriate. But no, in all seriousness, we've got Mel from Beyond the Veil, beyondtheveil.com. Check it out. She's going to do special horoscopes, our star signs for the month of March, now that we're in a brand new month here. So after the show, stay tuned for that. She's got some amazing insight into each and every star sign. So it's a lot of fun at the end of the episode. But now, ladies, we have a special guest, and this is one of our favorites. We've been trying to get him on the show forever. And I think he's probably the wittiest, funniest person on Twitter, and just a treasure to the wrestling community. Don't you agree?
Oh, he's so funny. He's so quick. We actually had like a little Twitter exchange recently, which I'm going to call out to him and we're going to have a conversation about. But
Please
yeah,
do.
he's so funny. He's so funny. And I remember when
One of my
first met
favorite
him
people.
and everything now, and to see what he's doing now, it's just pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. So
proud of all he's doing. And we know that you guys are probably familiar with RJ City, but if you're not, you're about to love what he's going to come up with here on GAW TV. It's going to be a giggle fest. You've been warned. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring our special guest in here. Welcome, RJ City.
woohoo!
Yay.
Wow, hello.
Whoa,
What's going on?
Look at this professional setup.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the
Serious.
only setup I have. So if you just called me for no reason, I would still also be here.
Okay.
It's a very Olin Mills kind of background from, you know, when you would get your professional pictures or
yeah. Oh, and doing this.
Chin down and tilt.
Glamour
You're
shots.
big on tilting.
Remember glamour shots?
Glamour shots. That's what I was trying to think of. The other one was glamour shots. Yeah. And they always had that kind of, it was like school
In
pictures.
the mall.
You would
In the
have the
mall.
halo behind you. Is that a special ring light or is that your lighting?
It's lighting my face as a ring light, and then I have a small light here that changes color, and then I have the same one up there that's hanging on a thing. So I mean, if you guys, suddenly changed moods and wanted to, create a different tone, I'm sure I could
You
find
can
a
just
different.
do that.
That's
color
fancy
there.
schmancy. Wow. Well,
Wow.
we are so happy to have you here. We were just singing your praises because you're one of our personal faves. And we like to start off the show by saying not only welcome, but who are you wearing and what are you drinking tonight, Dual?
I'm
What you smoking? What are you smoking too?
This is an old cigar that my brother gave me to be the best man at his wedding, and I enjoy holding a cigar more than smoking it.
Just gesturing.
So, So
Yeah.
I have it. I also have this cigarette holder, should anyone decide to give me a cigarette.
Oh,
I'm wearing a woman's silk robe, I believe, from Amazon.
That's
Extra
amazing.
large.
Extra large. Right,
And-
because you're jacked.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For a gal, I guess. I'm a grown-ass woman. Let me put it that way. This is a big silk. Yeah. I have a variety of mugs. I have a B. Arthur mug.
my
And
God.
I have a Phantom of the Opera mug. And then I have my own mug, you see.
With your
Okay,
face
that-
on it.
With your
my
You
face
should have
on it.
sent us a mug. We would have drank out of your mug.
We'll drink out of the RJ City.
I'm sorry. I will. I mean, I can now. And then maybe when you interview, I don't know, perhaps Coco Beware or something, he'll say, "Who the hell is on your mug?" You know.
Listen, if Coco Beware doesn't know RJ City, I don't know if we want to be talking to Coco Beware. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. I mean, look, he's a nice person. I have nothing personally against the man. And then, I know you guys often have a proclivity for doing shots.
Yes.
Oh, we do shots sometimes.
So I did some. Where is she going? Is everything okay? Is there an emergency?
She thinks she's going to
Okay.
get a shot. I have a
Okay.
shot glass.
So-
I can do a little shot.
So I have a variety of alcohol I dug up because I don't often drink. I'm not morally against it. I just find it is bad for my skin.
Mm.
Oh,
So, but in this situation, I'll be fine. I have Campari. I have Hennessy, which I'm not sure how I got.
What a
And
baller.
then- And I think this feels most like me, a 1981 bottle of vermouth.
Vermouth. Your shot choices. I can't.
Those are
So I guess
very-
maybe this one, if we had to take a consensus.
Well, I poured
Yeah.
myself a shot. If I'm just
I can do a
waiting
shot.
for it.
I've always got a shot glass up here ready, so I can definitely.
I didn't bring a shot glass. I'm gonna have to run downstairs to go get one.
Or you could just shot
Because I
your
was
drink.
going super lame. I have a Mike's Hard Lemonade here,
Oh my-
pineapple flavor.
Oh.
Super classy for you, darling. That's how I do
Yeah,
it.
you were
I
the
almost poured it in a
coolest
glass,
person.
but I did not.
Yeah, obviously, if you're drinking Mike's Hard, 1996 was your year.
That was it.
That was when you thought you were the best.
Okay.
It was not, because I didn't graduate until 97.
Oh.
So
Damn, girl. And did you ever do glamour shots? You can be honest with us, Mickie.
no, I never did glamour shots, but my mom and my grandma did glamour shots. I remember, and it is still to this day one of my favorite pictures of them together.
If you just Google people
that's
glamour
nice.
shots, they're hilarious. And very often, like they're looking up like this, like it's almost like a funeral photo. It's really creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very well. I always felt like the Olin Mills one was always kind of creepy because they're like beautiful. They're like oil paintings or whatever that are meant to hang above the mantle of the fireplace, and they're just always just wanted to get one of myself done and Butch, my dog, and just kind of just.
Oh,
Maybe like a little knee up or, where he's just sitting there, just being sweet, with his knothead. Yeah.
What are you
well,
wearing?
Mickie, wait, what are you wearing? You already said you were drinking
No,
Mike's Hard.
I've got like t-shirt and I've got this robe, which I'm sure I've worn before. I got some sweet flannel pants on right now because I just got back and I'm gonna go to bed after this because I'm a sleepy whistler.
Sleepy whistler. How about you, Lisa?
When I, RJ, I had to do I was like, I got to go all out for him. So I did my little Princess Leia things. I got my
Yeah.
bow and I heard you were wearing a robe. So I wore my robe.
So
Yes.
so
And
sweet.
I am drinking Robert Mondavi Private Selection out of my new mug.
Hell,
Very nice.
Look how humongous this is.
that is.
Novelty size.
Mhm.
Yet,
Look at my whole head. My whole head fits in it.
And yet the
Damn.
glass is still empty.
Yeah. Nice mug. Nice mug.
It-
I hate to say
nice
it
mug.
because I'm going to show you what I'm drinking, but the bottle is totally empty. So don't judge. This is Apothic Red, my favorite red in the world. Very empty. And I will
Yeah.
tell you who it's. Have you had it?
Yes.
I've had it.
My
It's very
British
good.
inflection just came in. Have you had it? Oops. Frankie Kazarian was the one to tell me about this wine, and I really, really like it. It is out of California. There you go. He's a California guy. Really enjoy that red. And I'm a little worried about having red teeth for this episode. So if anyone sees it, you just let a girl know. I am in a robe because we wanted to do our classic slumber party, pajama party thing. And I'm wearing glasses that I think make me look a lot like Annie Potts in Ghostbusters.
Oh, that's good.
Or
Ghostbusters, what do you
Annie
want?
Hots.
Yes.
More like Annie Hots.
Annie Hot. I wore these to Impact Wrestling one time. That's all AJ kept saying to me. Ghostbusters, what do you want? And I was like, okay, it's getting old now. Just Ghostbusters, what do you want? God, I love
What do
it.
you want?
What
Oh
do you
my gosh.
want?
But we just pumped up ourselves for you, RJ, because we were so excited to have you.
I'm so touched. But do you also? I don't know if you know the. It took like over a year to make this happen.
It has been a long time.
The journey.
Well, you kept turning us down.
Yes. Well, let me. And I feel like I need to explain it. So
All right, let's hear it.
I was doing WWE stuff when you asked, and it was like a whole thing at the time to do a thing. And I was like, I can't right now, so I will let you know when I'm available to do it. And I'm sure you thought I was full of shit.
No,
like,
but
this
you
guy
actually
is
did
an
let us
asshole.
know. That's what's important.
Yes, a year later, I was like, I'll let you know. And then you're like, okay, I'll get back to you today or tomorrow or something. Then didn't hear from you. And then I thought you were giving it back to me. You're like, we got him where we want him. To hell with this guy.
Just dangling that carrot.
And
Receipt.
Because you don't know people. Sometimes you tweet people, and then Val's like, oh, we heard from everybody except for Mickie. We're waiting on Mickie, and then we're waiting, and I'm like, do I have heat with Mickie James? And
He
nobody
asked
told
me this. The text exchange. I actually said it to my husband. I was like, the text exchange is so effing funny. It was like, if we have heat, you just go ahead and tell me. You just tell me, Val. And I was like, well, no.
And
Well,
then
we do have heat. actually, because I told the girls that, you know, you requested that we duet, and then you just assumed that you were going to be Kenny Rogers in the duet. So I just
Can I
was a
tell
little-
you, like before I tweeted that, there was a bunch of duet options in my head, and I had to sit and think, because I'm also like, you know, you're a person that you can't tweet unless, like, you know, you're ready to make that happen, because you're a little nuts in that sense. You
Oh,
have to
I
be
am.
careful what you tweet. Yeah.
I am, not you. You are too, though.
Well, I am, yeah. So I wanted to make sure, you know, oh, is that something in my range? My other option was Where We Belong. Joe Cocker and that other woman. I don't know who it was.
That
the other
other
woman who was
woman.
not Joe Cocker. From Officer and a Gentleman.
Oh, wow.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
So those are the two options.
I
if
love
and when
that
you're
song,
ready.
actually, and we
I
can
did
still
too.
do that. Maybe we'll duet in WrestleCon down at the WrestleMania party or something.
WrestleMania.
I'm down for it. And the real shame, the crime, you know, as convenient as Zoom is, you can't duet over Zoom.
Mm.
Yeah, it lags and you talk over each other and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
We tend to do that. Oh my gosh. You know, like one of my favorite memories of you is like being a guest on your show.
Yes.
You know, yeah, it was coffee and underwear. And when you were in the underwear, I was like, are you serious? And I was like, he goes, do you have underwear? And I go, oh yeah. I go, I'm a little older. I don't know. I'm not, you don't want to see me in grandma panties. But
Boomers.
we had a blast. How's that going? Oh my gosh. It's
Great. I'm doing it for like, it started as a joke. Be careful what you tweet. And then I was like, all right, I'll just do one, because everyone was streaming and doing live, and I'm like, whatever. And now I've been doing it for 4 years straight, every Sunday morning.
Wow.
And I believe I'm the only show in history to have both Steve Austin and Mario Cantone as guests. I don't think any other show has had quite that range.
That
No.
must be huge.
Wow.
The Austin one didn't go as planned, but no. Well, you're gonna have to go to RJ's YouTube and watch. But oh my god, how did the coffee and underwear concept come about? I mean, you said it was a joke, but like, do you normally get up in your underpants, your pantaloons,
Sunday,
and make your Java?
I enjoy making a performance of the coffee. I don't like just having the caffeine. I want it similar to having a cigar. I want to make it last. I enjoy it, a French press, and I have a tendency to get overheated. So it's perhaps best that I'm not wearing that much clothing, because then I'm sweating, and then I miss, you know what I mean? If I spend my Sunday morning sweating, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so I started enjoying it, and now, you know, I talk to people in the chat, and I sing, and I rant, all that kind of thing. And then people are very okay with being on the show. Like Lisa, who is fantastic and did a wonderful Jerry Lewis impression, which I distinctly remember.
Lady. Hello, lady.
She's fantastic.
I love it.
And you know, when I did your show, RJ, I rode with Arquette.
Yes.
I was sitting in the back because, you know, the guys get the front seat and that kind of stuff. I got car sick. I had to ask them to pull over, and I vomited. And I'm not a very feminine vomiter. I am a very loud person. They were like, are you okay? And then Arquette let me sit, David, let me sit in the front seat because I got car sick on the way. Yeah. And then I had to do the underwear thing. At least I was a little svelte that
same
night.
day. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was sweet of David, because if anyone is familiar with spontaneously vomiting, it's got to be that guy, a real veteran of those wars. Lisa, do you remember that? But even before that we wrestled.
Yes.
That's the first time we met. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know what the hell I'm getting myself into. Like when I'm like,
you and Chris Masters in Toronto against me and Tiana Ringer.
I'm not.
what year was this, you guys? I'm freaking old.
I don't know. It was a long time ago. It just struck me, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And I don't know if we did any. I don't think we chained or anything.
I don't think so either.
Locked up, not even a lockup.
Oh,
No.
someone
No.
please find footage of this. Please,
Straight
everyone in the chat, we need footage of this.
Yes.
It exists somewhere.
And
I
Val, do you
originally
remember where
met you at a wrestling show. That was where I first met you. Where it must have been. Was it those?
Oh, go ahead.
Was
Like
it the
I need to know.
GXW or whatever when they tried to run or like partner with a show in Canada or like right over the border that you came to?
Yes.
Sorry, Lisa's mom.
No, it was Niagara Falls. It was a House of Hardcore, and it was
Yes.
it was like a bodybuilding show in the day.
That's what it was. House of Hardcore.
That's hardcore.
And it was really weird. It was just a body, and like they don't go
was
together.
fun.
I get why people think they go together, but it was weird.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because the
That is
wrestlers are
odd.
looking at the bodybuilders going, "Oh, this guy's bigger than me. I don't like him."
Well,
I
who
can
And
see
the
there being,
bodybuilders
being
are
all
looking
jacked.
at the wrestler. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
No,
can
it
see
was no
bodybuilders
good.
not liking wrestlers and vice versa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Val and I met long before that at a wrestling show that was also like at it was like a Dave and Buster's, but it wasn't Dave and Buster's. It was like a big arcade, and then they also had like a soccer part, and it was a big
Chuck E.
So
Cheese.
they-
I remember,
would be
I remember
wrestling.
meeting you, and I
Yeah.
was wrestling.
No, I'm saying so you'd be wrestling, and then you'd
Oh.
see like arcade lights in the background. It was very distracting.
Very
Right.
weird.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, and this is going to sound super weird. I remember thinking that you didn't seem Canadian, and you
Yes.
just seemed super. This is so weird, but like some people, and I hope this doesn't sound rude to people that in wrestling, but you just seem like so entertainment guy, right? You know what I mean? Not just like a wrestler that was just only trying to wrestle, which is fine
Yes.
if that's the case.
Yeah.
But there's certain. I always say like the best wrestlers are always have like that kind of acting thing about them. Or that kind of
Yeah.
star quality. I remember thinking that about you, that it was like, you must do other stuff. Like it can't be just,
Yeah.
Right.
I
Yeah.
seemed like someone who understood that this was a show, and perhaps hitting people for real all the time is a very bad idea. I seemed
right.
like
And
kind
that
of
brings
person
me
to
to
you?
my favorite tweet ever. Like I was
Oh,
already an
God.
RJ City fan, but then I became an RJ City stan. And I use this all the time. And I said, my friend tweeted this, and you'll have to like you'll make it more succinct than I will and more concise. But basically you were like saying that, because I felt seen in this tweet. Somebody was talking about how wrestling, back in the day was just way better and way cooler. And you pretty much said in like a really funny way, wish I could find the tweet, that wrestling was always this stupid and always this silly. It's that you as an evolved human being, you're now looking at it in more adult ways. You know what I'm saying? Like you said wrestling's always been this ridiculous. It's just that
Yes.
you are now older. And I totally
Yes.
felt seen by that. Because
Yes.
sometimes I'm watching
Yeah.
and I'm like, whoa.
Wrestling was better when you were a child because you were a child.
Right.
Right.
Because you were a little stupider than you are now. For
Yeah.
most people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Think of this.
Doesn't that make
like,
sense?
It
Of
does.
course.
It does. But I also think that wrestling has evolved. Like, I guess, the matches that they were doing then aren't really necessarily on television now. And they go, oh, well, it's because the fans have evolved. But then I go like, okay, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's a weird blend, right? Because I still think what's old is new, and I like to sell and I like to do all the things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Wrestling
that's
is
why
ridiculous, though. at
it
the
is
end of the
ridiculous.
day.
And that's why I love it. But I didn't want to say it to be offensive, but it is one of those things that like nothing seemed that hokey to me when I was younger, because I was just like, oh, I just believed it and was like,
Right.
yeah, man. Even like,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not going to talk about certain storylines, but there were some that were just so insane. The Chuck and Billy and the Tori Wilson and the dad and all that. And I
Right.
loved it. But I look back and I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell was I watching?
But
Yeah.
even before that, like I have a stand-up bit about like as a child, like I just accepted Tugboat. He was a man who thought he was a boat. And I was like, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
He made the sound of
Yeah.
a boat. He
He
was a
lived-
boat.
His whole
The
life.
only action figure I own is Tugboat.
I have one too. I love him. Fred.
I love him. I love that guy.
Me too.
Love that.
Or
guy.
like George the Animal Steel. Like I thought that he was really like that. Like that he
Yeah.
thought he was an animal.
Yeah.
And that he would eat the turnbuckle
Yeah.
and rip it apart and all the
Yeah.
things. And
And
I
you
was like,
accepted that as truth. Yeah.
it was fine. It was just like, oh, they probably keep him locked in a basement somewhere.
Right.
Or like he's locked in a cage with the traveling circus, like the lions and the tigers, and they only let him out for these bouts,
Yeah.
So
Makes
I
sense.
get
Good old
very,
storyline.
I guess, generationally defensive when someone tries to criticize a Danhausen, let's say. Because I'm like, guys, you do not know the history of this business, because
Right.
it is filled with very stupid people, and that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
Right.
And everyone
Yeah.
thinks that their generation, and we've said this on the show before, that everyone's generation is the best generation. And I fully believe them. Like, no. My Sacrifice, Creed, early 2000s, that's the best thing ever. Triple H, 24/7, that's my jam. But then people will go, no, like that's That's old. And what's great now is Seth Rollins and all this. And I'm like, but you know, it doesn't speak to me the same way because it's not my crazy obsessive era that I was a super fan, you know?
Yeah.
Right. You like
We
yourself
smarten up too
better
much.
then. That's the real reflection of it all.
That's what
You're
it
gonna
is.
have to come to terms with that. I don't know how to help you there, but
It's like a therapy. I think I'm just old and bitter now, and I'm kind of okay with that, but at least I'm aware, you know?
yes.
Yeah. Taking accountability for it. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Totally. Totally.
I want to talk to you about your new documentary.
Oh yeah. It's not new, but it always makes it's like a year old, but it makes the rounds. And
That's still new.
They play it in Canada often because the Fight Network did it.
Right.
So they often play it after Impact because it's a documentary, so they don't have to pay me any residuals. And
clever.
It was, yes. George Barbosa did it, who does wonderful work for the Fight Network. He did a Josh Alexander documentary. He's fantastic.
Right.
He wanted to do one with me, and we'll go to the wrestling shows and then go to the comedy shows and then luckily the pandemic happened because I went, we're stuck here. Why don't I have a bunch of notes and criticisms about wrestling. Why don't we just find a room and then we'll talk about it? And
right.
That's all it is. Of course, my wrestling documentary has no actual wrestling in it.
But a lot of wrestling documentaries are very similar. This one was really different. Yeah.
Yes. And that's also why they air it because, you know, the Fight Network often has men punching each other and they're like, we need a little, you know, a digestive cookie in between wine tastings.
Yes.
Dear Lord.
Well said. One of my favorite parts about it is you talking about how, and again, I felt very seen. When you get into wrestling and people say like what you're supposed to do is shake everyone's hand and meet everyone and introduce yourself. And RJ's retort was, that's just being a nice human being. That's nothing to do with wrestling. That's just
exactly.
Unless you're a heathen, you know, grown up in a damn barn, like why would you not go say, hello, I'm RJ and what? Hilarious.
Yes. Right. I mean, think of the people that are often involved in this business that you have to make a point of telling them when you walk into a room with people you are working with.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself. Yeah. Say hello. Who are these barbarians that we are recruiting to become wrestlers? That this is not secondhand. Where are the parents? That is my
Who raised them?
You know what? When I went to TNA, you guys, I was going up to shake everybody's hand, and one of the wrestlers said, "Hey, Lisa," or whatever they called me. This is not WWE, and I go, "Well, I'm just saying hi."
Sounds like Daniels.
I don't know everyone.
Like I don't. Daniels thing to say.
Totally. It was Daniels. It was Daniels.
I knew it.
I didn't want to stooge him off, but yeah. But I was like, well, I don't know all these people. I'm just saying hello. And I was like, wow.
I don't know all these jobbers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Try to be nice.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You were going to say something, maybe I cut you off.
No, it's okay.
People don't do that.
Yeah.
Scary.
There's a lot of people that doesn't really happen. And I find that even like there's younger talent now that like they think they're too cool for school. So they don't come up and say hello to people because they feel like maybe because they were there for like their first, like being at the arena first like that, or you walked into the room that you should do the round or whatever. And I'm just like, I do, except for the people that I really want to make sure I hug their neck and stuff like that. I do this a lot. I do a big one, the big, how you doing?
I feel post-pandemic, I think we need to, and you guys are the vets, I will cede to you, but I think we can get away with the eye contact head nod.
Yeah.
I don't think we physically have to, you know, I feel like it should be accepted.
Maybe it's become like uncool now. Like I think some of that's how I feel sometimes because some of the younger people are as if like, oh, well, that's just a sign of someone who's like, who knows that old school rule when RJ's right. Like it's actually just nice. And I'd rather look stupid and old school than just walk in as if I own the place and I don't know anyone. It's just, who wants to be that guy?
When I first started, I would be very intimidated because I didn't want to bother people. Yeah. You know what I mean? If it was like an old vet guy lacing up his boots in the corner and you have to go stand in front of him and lean over and it's a whole, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you should when you can't. And then the other thing I've learned, and because it always freaked me out, is some people you meet once and then if it's a name, you don't know if they remember you the next time they meet you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then you introduce yourself and they're like, I know who you are. And then you feel like an idiot. So I've learned to just say, nice to see you.
I was about to say
That's
that's
it.
my trick too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll
Because
call
it's
you
like a trick
out.
with
They'll
orbit,
call you
yeah.
out and go like, "I've already met you," or like blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like there was a guy that was just would not relentless about it and was trying to make me feel about this big, and he's like, "I met you like 5 times," blah blah. And there's no way to get out of that because you can't say
No.
I meet a lot of people. Then you're like super turbo bitch.
Right. You're not running.
Yeah.
from
Say,
it.
I
Yeah.
wanted to be like, well, then be memorable, bro. Don't be so forgettable. Look at your face.
Sorry, you weren't important enough to remember.
Yeah, but I genuinely did not. I mean, I met just a bunch of
Nice.
people and it ran, different whatever. I genuinely just didn't remember or whatever. And he just wanted to make me feel like crap. So after that show, I started to say, it's good to see you instead of nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart.
I've definitely got
Smart.
busted with it. I've definitely said, "Oh, nice to meet you," and have been, "Oh, yeah, oh, I've met you before. Oh, yeah,
It takes
or I've
balls
met you
to
a
do
couple
that.
times." You feel like already kind of like, "Ooh, sorry," like,
Yeah.
but we
But you're
do.
just you are just reminding them, like going, "Hey, my name's Lisa." They're like, "Yeah, I know," and you're like, "Well, I don't know if you remember even meeting me." You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So, like, just in case, yeah. But nice to see you is good, right? Good to
Yeah.
see you.
But
I
now
think
that
it-
we've,
Yeah.
revealed it, anyone who hears "nice to see you," they have no idea if you remember them or not. We've now blown it.
Just
We're gonna have
moved ourselves off
now we're
again.
gonna have to be a step ahead. We're
That's
gonna have
it.
to switch to a "how's it going."
Yeah,
Well, RJ
Oh my
City, we
God.
don't want to take all your time. We absolutely love you and think you're
Ugh.
hilarious and so talented. Let us know what you've got coming up and final thoughts for the fans that love you as well.
I always have weird things coming. When does this come out? Does no one know? This weird thing.
Yeah,
that
we
nobody
do,
knows
we
when
do.
it
week
comes
of
out?
March, first
First
week
week
of March.
bruh.
Oh, a bunch of weird stuff will have come out by then. I don't like to speak about stuff I'm working on. I'm very paranoid about, because so many times I've been like, "Oh my God, I'm going to be in this movie," and then it doesn't happen.
Yeah,
And then I look insane.
Mm.
Oh my God.
I
hate
know.
it a lot. Yes, I'm working on a variety of weird things, but you can certainly see me make coffee in my underwear Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m. Eastern on my YouTube. And I have my own coffee called High Anxiety, but it's high anxiety. So
Oh,
you
like
can
hello?
read it.
Oh, like hello, not like.
Anxiety.
Correct.
So
Right.
we'll have to have that on the
we
show
embrace
sometime.
it like I feel like we've done that today.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would have liked it either way. I mean, I would have given it a whirlski. You
Yeah.
got to try something at least 5 times to really know whether you hate it or not.
I just thought my grandmother's voice would turn on in the back of my head. And it would be like, "It's cold out. Why aren't you wearing a jacket?" So that's why I stopped doing that. It was not good for me.
Well, if we
What,
can put an order
coffee?
in, we now need your coffee and we need coffee mugs from RJ City. So
Yes.
Oh,
Please.
with your face on it.
yes, please.
I'm gonna send them to you, but I'm gonna send them to everyone except for Val, because
Before you
here
go,
the shipping.
The
You
shipping, I
understand.
totally get it.
Oh,
not you,
Totally
dear.
get it.
It's the
I'll be in
shipping.
America
You
City.
know what?
Give me
Send
bring
me
it
the
to her
mug.
in Dallas. Bring it in Dallas.
Oh, Dallas.
Great. Yeah, I'm gonna travel with a bunch of mugs in my bag. That's
Yeah.
a great
You know what?
idea. Thank
Ship
you.
it to me and I'll ship it to Val.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Well, I want to say cheers, RJ City. Keep up the amazing work.
We didn't do our shot. We didn't do our shot.
Well, let's
I
do
gotta
it.
see him do his
Okay.
vermouth shot.
My-
Wait, look at your
1980
fancy like shot glass there.
I got a baby
know.
solo
I
cup.
got all prepared here.
You're
Okay,
so
we-
fancy.
Thank you.
You are.
Do we have
Cheers.
to clink the camera? Is it that
Yeah.
necessary to get that
Okay.
close?
Oh, that's
Cheers,
Okay,
everybody.
all right.
Thank you for watching. Don't
Cheers.
forget to subscribe to us and to RJ City here on YouTube. Cheers, everybody. Woo woo.
It tastes like a Christopher Cross album.
This is the word to go, yo.
Hey, my gorgeous failers, this is your BTV March overview for all the star signs. I've got to get 12 cards out of this fabulous deck, The Modern Oracle by Katie Kay. So let's get some energy in there. First one up is Aries. Excuse my voice. I had extremely bad sinus yesterday that went straight to my throat and I couldn't talk. So today is a lot better. Today's a lot better. Let's do this, guys. Aries, this is for March 2022. Off the top it is. Oh, no, it came out. Fantastic. Endings, completion, and finished. Whatever you have started, whatever you were working on, whatever you were striving towards, you'll get it fucking done in March. Next sign down, it will be Taurus. I've actually got it written down on my phone because my memory's shit today, guys. Forgive me. Taurus, let's do it for March 2022. No, we're not going to flip. Off the top it is. Yeah, encouragement. You can do it and go for it. What's holding you back? No one. And if it's yourself, like if it's that, you know, self-help kind of spiritual side of things, if it's yourself holding yourself back, well, you're a fucking idiot. Get out of your own way, you fool, and just fucking do it. Get it done. Gemini, let's have a look. March 2022. Yes. Be positive. That's a big fat yes from us and the goddamn universe itself. Go for your life. And before anyone asks, yes, I am recording in the boudoir. I like the light in here. It's nice. And it's very relaxing, of course. Cancer, March 2022. Let's have a look. Oh, my God, my voice. Whew. Off the top it is for Cancer. Yeah, health, checkup and healing. What needs to be looked at? Is it time for your yearly, you know, your annual checkup? Go for that. Do it. But also check in with your spiritual side. People discount it, and they really shouldn't, because sometimes I find when we come out of something intense work-wise, or we come out of something really sad or something aggressive that has made us angry, we get sick. Like I've already know what's made me like this. I already know. Yeah. So I've had to look at that and go, okay, next time I handle it a bit better. Yeah. All right, Leo, my gorgeous pussycats. What have we got for my gorgeous felines for the month of March? Leo, we're going to pop? No, off the top it is then, dolls. Off the top it is change, transition, and transformation. The timing on this card is days, a matter of days. Yeah, changes are coming for you, and they're big, they're beautiful, bold, and brassy, but you got to be fucking prepared for the change, and I don't know if some of you are. Virgo, let's do it. Let's do it, Ms. Mickie. Virgo. There we go. You know what? I'm going to give you the 2. Virgo, you're very lucky for the month of March. Very, very lucky. Fix your diet, make positive changes, or just do a massive detox. The timing for this is springtime. So if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, it's coming up for you guys. Yeah. But for the rest of us, yeah, it can't hurt the Virgos to do a bit of a detox or make some positive changes, even if this is adding some things back in. You might have cut out meat for a while and you've gone, shit, my iron levels are crap. Well, have a fucking steak, darling, calm yourselves. But you also got another card, Virgo. Have patience. It's going to take time, and don't rush this. All right. Next sign, Libra. The lovely Librans, all about justice for the Librans. Yes, this is for March. What do my lovely Librans need to know? All right, off the top. The right time is now. Do it now. Do it now. Why hold back? No one's stopping you. Procrastination, fuck my life. That's just fear. Procrastination is fear. And to me, fear is a great motivator. It'll make you hungry for success. It'll get you moving. Next sign, Scorpio. Scorpions are great. Great sting in the tail if you double cross them, but they are the most loyal friends you could ever have. Scorpio, here we go. Oof, anger, dismay, and upset for the month of March. You go get them. Go get them, Scorpio. Be proud of your anger voice. Do you know what I mean? Be proud of it. If you need to get angry and upset, fucking yell. Sagittarius, let's do this. Sagittarius, what do my sagey babies need to know for the month of March? All right. Yeah, overseas, cruising along, taking your time. Yeah, just cruise along, guys. No rush. If you want to plan holidays, go for that as well. But just take your time through March. It's going to be a big one, I think, from the 3rd to the 13th. For you guys, sagey babies, I've just been told that. Sagittarius, you're really going to need to take your time and just weigh up all the options. Capricorn, Capri babies, from sagey babies to Capri babies. Here we go. Confusion, uncertainty, and doubt. What path do you take? I always say go straight up the guts of it. Even if it's scary, face it and deal with it. Aquarius, oh my God, Lisa. It's me and you, babe. Here we go. Shit, shit, shit. Oh, it's actually not too bad. Family, support, comfort, and stability. That's nice. You've got the support of your loved ones and your friends. I feel like some of us, me in particular, we're about to head into winter here in the Southern Hemisphere. A lot of people start nesting, so what they call nesting. So we start buying soft blankets and making sure everything's ready to basically bunker down in the colder months. And also stability. This is also harking at financial stability. Can't argue with that. And last but not least, beautiful Pisces. Let's do this, Pisces. My little fishies. Wow, my little fishies. You guys got 2 for March as well. Decision and choices. Don't fuck up and make the wrong one. How will you know if you make the wrong one? It'll feel like crap. And you're going to get good news, communication, important news and messages. You're going to receive great news from that decision. All righty, my loves, that was your overview for March. As always, I love taking you beyond the veil, and love, oh Christ, there's nothing but.